Today is Thursday, 18th of January 2024. This day is celebrated as National Gourmet Coffee Day, National Peking Duck Day, Women's Healthy Weight Day, National Thesaurus Day. In 1778, English explorer and naval captain James Cook became the first European to discover the Hawaiian archipelago. In 1871, the German Empire was founded, and William I was proclaimed Kaiser William after the end of the Franco-Prussian War. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, the Hindu states that United States lists Houthis as a terrorist in response to Red Sea attacks. The United States government on Wednesday returned the Yemen-based Houthi rebels to a list of terrorist groups in the latest attempt of Washington to stem attacks on international shipping. This designation is an important tool to impair terrorist funding to Houthis, White House, NSA. Tankers are seen at the sea on January 17, 2024 in Djibouti. Djibouti attacks on commercial ships by Yemen's Houthi rebel group, who say they are acting in protest of Israel's war in Gaza, have imperialed a vital global shipping route through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait that lies between Yemen and Djibouti and connects the Gulf of Aden and Red Sea. The Hindu newspaper also states that United Kingdom lawmakers pass a bill to send migrants to Rwanda. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak coiled a Conservative Party rebellion and got his stalled plan to send some asylum seekers on a one-way trip to Rwanda through the House of Commons on January 17. The bill now goes to the unelected House of Lords Parliament's upper chamber, where it faces more opposition. Britain's Prime Minister Mr. Rishi Sunak's government won on January 17, 2024, the backing of the elected House commands for his controversial plan to send migrants to Rwanda. The Hindu newspaper also states that India defends Iran seizes its position against terrorism. Ministry of External Affairs says India understands action in self-defense. Iran's test strike inside Pakistan had come just a day after External Affairs Minister Ajay Shankar's visit to Tehran. A motorcyclist rides past a high school at Panjgur district in Pakistan's Balochistan provided on January 17, 2024. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper also states that Pakistan military conducts highly coordinated retaliatory strikes against Iran. The Iran strikes on Tuesday night had reportedly targeted two bases of the Balochi militant group Jaish al-Adl in Pakistan's border to town of Panjgur in Balochistan province. The strikes came 2 days after Iran's missile and drone strikes in Pakistan's Balochistan province. Indian Express also states that 3 BSF personnel injured as mob tries to breach police headquarters in Manipur. A mob targeted the police headquarters in Thoubal, and when the security forces pushed them back, some people fired at them, resulting in injuries in 3 BSF personnel. On Wednesday, T. Ranjit Singh, the state's Home Department Commissioner, wrote to the Home Ministry requesting assets of helicopters to be placed in Impal immediately for a minimum period of 7 days, citing emergency requirements. Indian Express also states that enforcement drive warns Jharkhand don't courier a person summoned by agency. The enforcement drive sent the letter on Wednesday to the Principal Secretary to the Chief Minister Vandana Dadil in the context of the refusal of summons by Sahib Ganj Deputy Commissioner Ram Nivas Yadav. Dadil, who also holds Cabinet Secretariat and Vigilance portfolio, had intervened and asked enforcement drive on the details of the investigations, and the why Yadav was called for questioning. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper also states that Bilkis Bano case Supreme Court hear failure of convicts for more time to surrender. Supreme Court on Thursday agreed to list the failure on Friday. 3 of the 11 men convicted of gang rape Bilkis Bano and murdering her 7 relatives During the 2002 Gujarat riots have recited family responsibility, aged parents, winter crop harvest, and failing health while seeking an extension of the deadline upon surrendering by January 21. Number three, what does data tells us about China's declining population? China's population will peak in 2029 at 1.44 billion before beginning a period of unstoppable decline, a government report said. The National Bureau of Statistics of China (NBS) on Wednesday announced that the country's population fell for the second year in a row in 2023 to reach 1,409.7 million or 1.41 billion. This is a decline of 2.08 million compared to 2022. If projections made by the United Nations in 2022 are believed, the country is also likely to have lost its title as the most populous country to India during the course of the year. Although China has seen two consecutive years of population decline, both in 1960 and 1961. Data suggests that unlike then, the decline this time around is due to a larger demographic trends. The charts below explain these trends and what they mean for the country in detail. It sometimes also states that dense fog in Delhi as visibility falls to 50 meters in morning, air quality index stays very poor. Delhi's minimum temperature rose by a degree at most locations across the national capital on Thursday, even as a dense fog persisted for nearly 6 hours, the Indian Meteorological Department said. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, government proposes repealing Indian Stamp Act seeks public input on draft bill. Stamp duties are levied by the central government, but within the states are collected and appropriated by the concerned states in terms of provisions of Article 268 of the Constitution. The draft Indian Stamp Bill 2023 has been uploaded on the website of DO Revenue. For inviting suggestions from the public is prescribed pro forma within the period of 30 days. Red Sea routes crisis. Commerce Ministry asks TFS to maintain credit flow to exporters. The high-level inter-ministerial meetings was chaired by the Union Commerce Secretary Sunil Bhartwal and some officials from Ministry of External Affairs, Defense, Shipping and DFS. Freight rates to Europe have more than doubled due to the security tension in the Red Sea region. Fears of disruptions in the Red Sea region have risen while oil prices have begun inching up. Market cap. HDFC Bank losses rupees 1 lakh crore, LIC overtakes SBI. Overall investors' wealth falls rupees 4.53 lakh crore to rupees 370.4 lakh crore. Even as the market fell by 2.23%, HDFC Bank, which fell by over 8%, lost over rupees 1 lakh crore of investor wealth as its market capitalization declined to rupees 11.66 lakh crore on Wednesday. Despite the challenging period, LIC's fortunes took a positive turn in November 2023 when its shares witnessed a substantial spike of over 12.85%. Going towards the world news, including a day in Trump's world, morning in courtroom, evening on campaign trail. United States lists Houthis as terrorist rebels hit another United States operated ship. VP chants create Vivek Ramaswamy as he endorses Donald Trump for presidential post. Germany strikes balancing act in Southeast Asia. China calls on Iran, Pakistan to show restraint after Iranian airstrikes hit terrorist bases in Balochistan. Day after unprovoked missile strike, Pakistan expels Iranian ambassador, recalls its envoy. Going towards the science and technology from artificial intelligence point of view, artificial intelligence, music under fire. European Union Parliament calls for new rules and protections. The European Union Parliament has passed a resolution calling for more transparency and fairness in the music streaming industry, especially regarding the use of artificial intelligence tools. The European Parliament has adopted a resolution calling for a new European Union rules to make the music streaming industry more fair and sustainable. For artists and performers, as well as to protect cultural diversity, the European Union Parliament has adopted a resolution urging the European Convention to propose a legal framework for the music streaming sector. Samsung teases the Galaxy Ring, its newest fitness device, at the recently concluded Galaxy Unpacked event. Samsung unveiled the name and the design of the Galaxy Ring, an upcoming smart ring that might offer feature similar to the Galaxy Watch. Here is everything we know so far about the new device. Galaxy Ring is coming soon, but we don't know when. From technology point of view, Apple to sell some watches without a blood oxygen feature after United States court ruling. Apple stopped selling its latest Series 9 and Ultra 2 watches in the United States before Christmas. Until the appeals court's temporary pause, the devices remained available from the United States from other United States retailers, including Amazon.com, Best Buy, Costco, and Walmart. The Commission countered that Apple's argument amount to little more than the patent infringer, requesting permission to continue infringing. Last, there's a famous quotation said by Muhammad Iqbal. Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, of birth anniversary 9 November 1877 up to 21 April 1938, was an Indian Muslim, philosopher, author, and a politician. His poetry is considered to be among the greatest of the 20th century, and his vision of culture and political ideal for the Muslims of British rule in India is widely regarded as having animated the impulse for the Pakistan movement. He is commonly referred to by the honorific Allama Persian. Alam means learned. Allama Iqbal says a famous quotation. He says that, "Be aware of your own worth, use all of your power to achieve it, create an ocean from a dewdrop. Do not beg for light from the moon, obtain it from the spark within you." Okay, thank you.